I'm Jason Lusk. I'm a distinguished professor and head of the Agricultural Economics Department at Purdue University. We're pleased to release the results from our March 2023 Consumer Food Insights Survey. This is a survey that's been ongoing since January of 2022. So we've got some really nice trends that we're able to observe in several of our measures. One of those that's very interesting is the rate of stockouts in grocery stores. Every month we ask consumers whether they were unable to find certain items in the grocery store. If you back up to January of 2022, about 25% of consumers said that when they went shopping, they weren't able to find a particular grocery or food item. That's declined from about 1 in 4 consumers to today, only about 13% of consumers are now saying they can't find certain items when they go shopping. So I think what we're seeing is a lot of the challenges we were having with supply chain issues are starting to dissipate, and hopefully we've gotten through some of those challenges that we were experiencing about a year ago. Another big change we've observed over the course of the last year is the rate of online food buying. If you back up over a year ago, about 25% of consumers were saying they were buying groceries at least one time online in the past month. Today, that number is down to 13%. Still non-trivial share of consumers are buying food in an online capacity, but that number has dwindled again as we've sort of moved out of the worst stages of the pandemic. Consumers' expectations about food price inflation are continuing to fall. Consumers are expecting lower food prices in the future than we're experiencing currently, and expecting lower rates of food price inflation than consumers did even a few months ago. So hopefully we're getting out of this period, at least in terms of consumers' expectations, of rapidly rising food prices. We continue to keep a close eye on rates of food insecurity, whether people have enough money to afford all the food they want to eat. This month we did some breakdowns in terms of whether people were working or not, and we did some segregations also by age. And we did see much higher rates of food security among those consumers that were unemployed. So employment status seems to be something that's very highly related to whether people are able to afford as much food as they want to eat. I think that's certainly a topic that's relevant today as the new Farm Bill is being debated, and questions related to work requirements to be eligible for SNAP, aka the food stamp program, are certainly something that's being hotly debated right now in Washington. This month we added some new questions about trust and importance of different labels that people find on food. Some of the most trustworthy labels and the most important labels that people find on foods are related to expiration dates, related to ingredient lists, and nutrition facts panels. On the other end of that spectrum, some of the least trustworthy claims related to healthy claims and claims of naturalness. In terms of importance, those labels that were sort of at the lower end of importance were religious claims or claims related to, say, gluten-free. So I think that's, helps at least provide some insights in terms of food manufacturers thinking about what attributes and claims are most important to people.